Welcome back, guys, to Pastor's Coffee. If you're wondering, yes, this is the first time I've ever introduced the episode. And for the first time ever, Brooks, how is your week going? I
I'm
never
so
really,
glad you asked.
never
I'm so
asked
glad
that
you asked.
first. That's always about me first. So,
No, it's been a good week, man. It's been a really good week. Kind of busy, but yeah, normal stuff. Taking the group to FCA's Fields of Faith tonight, which will be cool. A lot of the youth groups in the area are going, and a lot of different high schools or public high schools are represented there. So that'll be a good time, and
mhm,
hopefully we have a solid group come and get to see some other pastors in the area that I haven't gotten to connect with in a little bit. So that'd be fun. But yeah, it's been a good week. We get a week off next week from
that's
our
right.
master's classes, so that'd be
Beautiful.
good. Maybe take myself a week of vacation here. I don't know, but
hmm
um, no, I won't do that. But how you been, man? You
I've
been
been
good?
doing good. Been doing good. Me and Brooks, we're just gonna tell you our plans here. I got real excited today. We're gonna go see our boy Hayden Christensen.
Very cool.
We haven't uh, told our wives yet,
Right, right.
but we will ask them. But it is
We already bought the tickets.
we already bought it. Good thing they don't watch. So, oh, but yeah, that really got that boosted my day to day knowing that
I'm
we're gonna
excited.
meet that guy and possibly
Yeah,
get an autograph. Yeah,
yeah.
not possibly, we are gonna get
We're going to.
we're gonna get an autograph. We're gonna be there. We're gonna get an autograph. Um, Either way, week's been going good. Didn't have to write a bunch of papers this week, so it's
It's been nice. Yeah, it's been really nice.
yeah. So um, but other than that, been a normal week. We have a normal Sunday coming up. Got a Wana tonight. Um, we are going to Albina's friend graduation tomorrow.
Hey,
Um, and so excited for that. We're leaving tonight. It's gonna be a long night, but that'll be all right. So, but yeah. So anything else happened this week?
Um, not as much. I preached last week, but this is kind of a normal work week again. I
Mhm.
get out of a message tonight because of the event. I didn't think about that. So, yeah, we did Tuesday morning Bible study, and then Sunday's normal with Sunday school, and
Mhm.
Sunday night. Um, I saw this quote. I don't know if you saw that I posted. You actually, I know you did.
I put a fire
But
emoji.
yeah, you did. I saw this guy. And the guy I posted. It's just I don't know. It's pretty motivating to watch.
Mhm.
It's Philip Mitchell. He has a church called 2819. It's the Great Commission. Just play on that. It's pretty unique, but he's a pretty motivating speaker. But he said one thing um, was the thought of the greatest threat. We talked about so many things in the church that can go wrong, and so many things on the outside. But the greatest threat to the American church is the American pulpit. And he said that, and that really kind of um, put a lot of perspective for me because we talk about the dangers of bad preaching and false prophets and everything, but to think of the biggest threat being that, I think that's why James says, "Let not many of you become teachers," because you'll be judged more harshly. And um,
Mhm.
the amount of power in that, the amount of people that go to their pastor for advice and hold on to every single word that they say from the pulpit. It just shows you how much power you've got God's word in your hand, and being able to rightly divide it is so key. But when you hear that, what immediately comes to mind,
Mhm.
and where do you go from there?
Yeah, I heard a similar quote. Um, Not about the pulpit, but when the Reformation was happening and the people now in the world had the Bible very readily available for them to use.
Yeah,
He said this was a great thing for humans, and this was also a terrible thing for humans in the fact that now we have so many interpretations. Before that, whether we agree with what they said or not, but the priests and everybody were the ones saying what the Bible said because not everybody had um, didn't have availability to it. And so when I do think of that, um, I think it is dangerous here in America, especially in America, where everybody is right to their own opinion, and everybody has to have their own opinion. Um, but as I was writing the paper for last week, um, and that the Bible has no error, and that there truly is one meaning for the Bible,
Yeah.
and it can be applied in different ways, but the Bible had this meaning, and that's the meaning. Um, and that we are going to have some troubles interpreting it and knowing what it means, but God is intended for one meaning. And when you get so many people in America, and especially in America, where again everybody has their own opinions, you're going to get so many different meanings for this Bible, and that's where a lot of these different doctrines come into play. And you even saw it in the Reformation; people had different opinions right off the bat.
Yeah.
Um, and so that's kind of where I came to know about about American pulpits and everything. And we have the mega churches in America, we have the
Yep.
smaller churches in America, we have the in between churches in America, and every single preacher is different.
Yeah.
Um, and it's great that you can have different varieties of preaching styles and everything, but once you
Right.
compromise that, the biblical truths of what God was intending for us to hear,
Yeah.
is when you get to those dangers in America,
Sure.
in the pulpit of America. So, what is your thoughts behind the
Well,
quote?
I think you did a great job there, but I think there's so many different ways that we could go about this. I was reading um, Jeremiah 1, and I don't know how often you run into this about just people maybe. I think for us as youth pastors, it's a little bit different. But when you start to think about other roles and step into other things, but even in this role, I've had it come up, about my age and what qualifies us to be, you know, able to give advice and to give godly counsel and things of this such. And um, even further, when I read that, it it makes me think about what truly is success when it comes to um, preaching specifically. And I know that's not every this won't apply to everybody. I know we have um, a lot of our audience who will never step behind a pulpit or go into full time ministry, and that's perfectly okay. But just based on this quote, defining what success is, because you see churches, and I don't. We give a lot of people a bad rap, and there's names that automatically come to mind that are very popular, and we just always give them
Yeah.
the brunt end, which some of that's deserved, absolutely. But measuring success, it's very easy to just turn over to a business mindset and say, okay, these things are what will keep people seated and in the door and entertained.
Hmm.
Um, and if that's the goal, that's
Yeah.
pretty attainable. That's pretty
Hmm.
easily attainable. But it's almost always accompanied by compromising the word and
Yeah.
turning church into something that it's not. And I think, when you look at the threat to Christianity, you know, when that was first given, the term Christian was a derogatory term.
Hmm.
That was given to us to kind of make fun of us. Oh, you're just a blind follower of that guy.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we accept it because that's who we follow. But
Hmm.
but really, it's more so. A Christian means a whole lot of different things in this world because of the pulpit. Because of, if that's what that is, I'm good with that. But everybody has their own definitions to it. But the word disciple, there's not too much difference of meaning there,
Yeah.
because that term is, I'm sold out to whatever he's commanded, teaching them to observe all that I've commanded. And that changes the preaching, that changes the pulpit, but that changes the church from being a Christian, to a disciple of Jesus Christ. I'm not telling you to not call yourself a Christian no more, everybody that's watching, but I'm just saying that term, everybody's a Christian in this world. Now, not as
Hmm.
much now, but there's a lot of people who claim to be Christian and
Hmm.
don't even know really what that means. But that word disciple, um, and again, I'm kind of getting off topic, but I just think of that quote, and the pulpit really does direct your next step.
Hmm.
Those people in the congregation will take what they just heard and apply it for the rest of their week. And and they may not hear another thing from Scripture by that. So that's why we've got to
Yeah.
be so careful in dividing it and applying it correctly. Um,
Yeah.
that was pretty sobering to me,
Mhm.
thinking about my preaching from week to week and how important it is
Mhm.
to rightly divide it, because it's a dangerous calling. Like, and that's, I mean, we read that book
Mhm.
in in college. It really, really, really is.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think especially I think go even maybe a little bit further than this is to look at the pastors who are behind these pulpits. Again, you see them once, maybe twice a week, um, but they're also living a life, 7 days a week.
Yep.
And I think it's important to um, realize and look at how their life is behind closed doors,
Yep.
behind in their offices, and you know, and I think that's truly what comes out into the pulpit as well.
Yep.
Um, we can have a face, we have our preacher side. It's not completely, you know, who we are. As much as we want to be real up there, and as much as we want to be ourselves, you still have that preacher side to where, you're speaking this message and you want to make sure it's right. And, um, but you, when you see that preacher behind those closed doors out in the public, just on a day to day basis, I think that's where you really get into trouble, where you see a lot of pastors be completely different from the pulpit.
Yeah.
Um, and that's a whole nother conversation we could have. But
Yeah.
I think that's important to know. Is another danger about the American pulpit is how fake it can be up there.
Hmm.
And that's something I try to remind myself, is to be as real as I can be up there.
Yep.
Um, my reality is I don't speak with a lot of big words, and so when I get up to preach,
Yep.
I try to be as real as I am, and I don't try to sound smarter than what I am,
Yep.
um, and I think that's a great way to go at it. But I mean, if you have the intelligence to use sophisticated words, then you go right ahead. But
You're starting to do it
um,
now. That was pretty good.
that was good. That's at least a 10. That's a double digit letter, or not
Oh
letter
man.
exactly. See, I can't talk. And I don't know why the Lord called me to be a pastor sometimes
Oh,
with my
stop.
speaking ability, but it uh, it surely has humbled me, and I think that's
Good
a
thing.
way that
Yep.
He's been able to use me,
Yep.
and behind the pulpit, is to be real and to be relatable with people, and
Yep.
um, and this master's class as well has shown me that my words aren't the biggest either. So it is what it is. But anyway, that's
That's
a little
right.
off topic now. But um, anything else you want to say about that?
Man, I, I don't think too much else. I just, I don't know. I think you were kind of hitting on it as well. Just, it really does kind of change your perspective on your position. It gives you this reverence, a healthy fear for it, and I think that has to happen. The second we become
Mhm.
comfortable with our position is the second we get in
Mhm.
trouble. Like, I've shared this so many times, but um, I don't know if I've ever shared it on here, but growing up, especially like right after my calling, I watched probably 2 hours of Ravi Zacharias every single day. And
Mhm.
that was my go-to guy for everything. I mean, any question I had, I'd just look him up, and I'd I'd take in every single thing that he said. When I listened to him, I felt like I was listening to the Lord. Like, it just felt so similar. What I was reading in Scripture and then hearing him, I was like, man, this guy really is special. Like, God is really using him. And then after he passes away, you hear all these women coming out and able to break their NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, and talking about this sexual abuse that he had with them. I mean,
Mhm.
this guy had $1 million ministry, and he was owning massage parlors and stopping in them on his way to these things, and just these testimonies from these women. I mean, it floored me, because
Mhm.
I watch these videos and I'm like, man, this guy, this is as close to the Lord as you can get. And then you look at this, how he's living outside of it, and it's really tough to see. But then it also humbles me and to say, he wasn't always doing this. There was a time to where he got complacent and comfortable and let sin get
Yeah.
in, and
Yeah.
and he let his guard down. He didn't guard his heart, like Proverbs tells us to do. And
Hmm.
I, it's just a humble thing for me because we can sit here and judge all these people,
Oh,
but
for
they had
sure.
most of them. Now, not everyone that is up there is called. We recognize that, but there's a lot of people who have been called, like me and you, that have lost their way, and that could happen to both of us,
Hmm.
if we're not careful. So it's a good healthy fear, but it just to take us back to the original point, man, that is the biggest danger because it has the biggest influence on it.
Yeah.
That pulpit has the power to direct it to that next place. So I don't
Yeah.
know. It was really. I saw it last night. It really. I got to think on it a lot, and this was cool to get to talk about it a little bit
Yeah.
further. But
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I always enjoy seeing your little one-liners on the old Twitter. Well, I
I
guess
had some
X.
good ones.
Yeah.
Some of them don't.
But
Some of them don't hit, but some of them do okay.
yeah, yeah. So, but anyway, we appreciate you guys listening. And again, something we just kind of came up on the spot, and I think that's how we just roll now. I guess we just say
Feels
what's on our
free.
mind and
Yep.
turn into a conversation.
Because y'all don't want to talk about anything specific, so
That's right. That's right. Nothing.
it's
No.
their
No
fault.
comments.
It's their fault.
It is their fault. But we do like you guys. And we
I bet.
appreciate. we do appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Oh gosh, see, I can't speak. Appreciate you guys tuning in on Spotify,
Yep.
as well, and YouTube and everything like that. And I do appreciate my mom listening, even though she's gonna turn out here in a couple minutes. It is what it is. Gotta get that in there. But anyway, last week, week 5 of the NFL, heartbreaking loss for the Steelers. Stayed up till 1 a.m. to watch that game.
Yeah, it's delayed, wasn't it?
Yeah, started at
Yeah.
9:45, and they played until a whole new day,
That's crazy.
just to lose. So,
That's tough.
um, saw saw a stat that Dak Prescott's the first player in NFL history to throw an interception in the same game on 2 different days. Um,
Oh my goodness, that's
which was
awful.
crazy.
Yeah, that's
So,
wild.
and they still won the game somehow, but it's what it
Yeah.
is. But with
But,
the
but
records and everything last week, we went completely even. We
it
had
was
some
really.
different we had some different predictions, but we both ended with 9-5. Not the greatest on the week, but we still did all right. So my record
Yep.
now is 45-33, and Brooks' record is 48-30.
We will take it.
Three game separating us.
We will
Um,
take it.
it's gonna change this week though.
Okay, we'll see.
Uh, this is the week. Um, anything you want to say real quick before we get into the predictions about fantasy?
Man, I'm just so impressed with Daniels, with
Yeah.
Commanders. I am so impressed with him. He is becoming, you know me and scrambling quarterbacks, man. I'm an RG3 lifer, and
Mhm.
seeing a guy like him wear the same jersey, it's taking me back, man. So
Yeah.
I can't help but root for him.
Yeah.
So
Might
that's
have to get
that's
yourself a jersey.
that's becoming one of my favorite players. So yeah, I
Yeah.
like him a lot. So
Yeah. I anything you want to say about fantasy and no
I
comment.
have no comment. I have no comment. The rest of the people in our league will know. I'm
So
just
this
playing.
week on bye week, Taylor Swift isn't playing this week.
Oh man,
Rams aren't playing this week. The
yeah, who
Dolphins
cares?
aren't playing this week, and the Vikings. So both undefeated teams aren't
I
playing
know.
this week.
I have my fantasy team is taking a big hit this week.
Yeah, it is.
Mahomes, Jefferson, and Tyreek Hill. I mean, good grief.
Too bad I'm not playing you.
I know.
You could still play those guys, and I'd be all right. But it is what it is.
Oh man.
Especially with the new edition. But it is what it is. Anyway, Thursday night football, which is tomorrow. We are recording on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's a little weirder, but I guess you'll figure that out when we post it today. So,
Yep.
Thursday night football, 49ers at Seahawks. Who you got?
Give me the Niners.
I'm also going to take the 49ers on the road. Seahawks, you lost to the Giants, and
That was a bad loss.
that was a really bad loss. I think they could come back and win, but the 49ers just seem to know how to win.
Yeah.
So, London game, 9:30 in the morning. Neither of us can watch it. Jags versus the Bears. Jags had their first win last week.
I know. I want to go Jags. I think I do. Bears, I just do not trust.
A little inconsistent.
And I don't trust the Jags at all. But last week kind of gave me a little bit of hope. So I'm gonna take Jags.
I'm gonna take the Bears. I think they are inconsistent, and I agree with you. I think the Jags do seem to like London. But I'm gonna take the Bears here. I think Caleb Williams kind of figuring some stuff out. He gets better each week.
Corner. He does. Yeah, he does.
So, and let's hope for fantasy wise he can pull out a dub here.
Yep.
So, excuse me. Bucks at Saints. Derek Carr is out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, let's go Bucks.
I'm gonna take the Bucks as well, especially with Derek Carr out. Not that he's insane, but
stable.
It's better than whoever their backup is. I don't even.
I'm not even sure. Yeah, I don't know.
So
maybe Taysom Hill.
This is a good game this week. Commanders at Ravens.
Oh man, I didn't know that was this week.
That's gonna
I
be
didn't see that.
Down.
Oh, I'll watch that. Ravens will win that. I think it's going to be awesome, but the Ravens will get it. Lamar has him by a little bit.
Give me the Commanders.
Man, I'm rooting for the Commanders. I like it. I like the Ravens too. I like that duo, but
I think they're on a roll here.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion. They're going to win the NFC East. Unpopular opinion. The way they've been playing.
Not that unpopular anymore now though, because Eagles. That's gonna be tough, but
Eagles and the Giants. They're not gonna beat them. I think if they really start working together, I think they got it. So I'm gonna take the Commanders.
They've had the weapons. Yeah. They just needed a quarterback, and they got it. So.
They got it. So I'm gonna take the Commanders, taking a really big, strong win on the road. They're gonna beat the Ravens. Okay.
I wouldn't be mad about it.
Cardinals at Packers.
Give me Packers at home.
Packers at home. Packers haven't been looking too great lately.
No, they haven't.
But I am going to take the Cardinals. I'm taking a lot of road teams today, I guess.
You're a big Cardinal believer.
Apparently, I don't know why. Really.
That was you all last year too.
But Joshua Dobbs was that guy. But I'm taking the Cardinals until the new Call of Duty comes out. So then Kyler Murray can go down the drain. But it is what it is.
That's funny.
Colts at Titans.
Give me the Colts. I think Richardson will be back this week. Even if he's not, though, I trust him more than the Titans.
I think the Colts also. I just so you know, I have not taken a single home team yet.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I think Joe Flacco beats up on the Titans either way, even if Joe Flacco's in the game or not. So Um, next 1 p.m. game, Texans at Patriots.
Oh, Texans, that's easier. Yeah.
Another road team.
You're not taking the Patriots. Oh, you said Texans at Patriots.
At
Okay.
Patriots,
Okay.
yeah, I'm taking the Texans.
Okay.
I'm taking the
Okay.
Texans on the road. Um, Browns at Eagles.
Eagles.
This will be my first home team.
Yeah,
Browns just don't. I don't know what they're doing.
Alabama would beat the Browns right now.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, it's sad.
How about Vanderbilt, who beat Alabama?
Probably. Probably.
Shout out to Jordan Steiner. I know depression really hits hard for the Browns, but you know, at least he's loyal. He's loyal. He's loyal to the Browns. I'll give it to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
But I feel sorry for you. First 4 p.m. game: Chargers at Broncos.
I like the Broncos. This one, I think.
I'm gonna stick with my gut here and go with the road team. I'm gonna go Chargers here.
Okay.
Um, I think Chargers will. The Broncos are just. I just don't know about them really. I don't. I just don't. Anyway, next game, I'll also be sticking with the road team. Steelers at Raiders.
I think I like the Steelers. Yeah. Raiders. I mean, who knows if Devontae Adams will make it to Sunday on the team? I mean, there's just a lot of
Yeah.
questions there. So
All I know is he's on my team. Falcons at Panthers.
Falcons.
I'm gonna keep going on the road here.
That's the road teams. Yep.
Falcons are winning it. Um, Lions at Cowboys.
That's a tough one. I'm gonna go Cowboys.
Yep. Honestly, I think I'm sticking with the road here. I mean, I
I
think
figured you would. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Lions here. Cowboys. I know they beat the Steelers last week, but
They didn't look good. They didn't.
the Steelers really should have won that game,
Yeah.
but they did. They did pull through. But I think the Lions will handle some business on the road.
Yeah.
Sunday night football. Bengals at Giants.
Bengals.
Bengals. Yep.
Man, they gave that game away. They gave that game away this week.
How much you want to bet that punter's not going to be wearing his wedding ring?
Oh my.
Oh goodness. That I really did want the Bengals to win. I
They
did.
had it. It was done.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it
it
was
was
over.
there. Now, did it give Derrick Henry some more points? Yes, it did. So
That was a crazy run, man.
yeah, it was. I
Oh
wish he would have
goodness.
gone to the end zone. Oh,
That just took their heart out, man.
yeah.
That was crazy.
Monday night football. Bills at Jets.
Oh man. Bills lost a heartbreaker.
Yep.
Jets just fired their head coach. We'll go Bills.
I'm taking the Bills as well.
Yeah.
I have picked one home team this week,
Oh, team.
so we're gonna
That's
see how
crazy.
that turns out. But
Yeah.
yeah, uh, I'm just excited NFL's here, and
Yeah. It's fun, man.
just I, we go home Sunday, and I just sit on the couch and turn it on,
Yep.
and that's all I do until gotta go back to church. Nothing like it. So,
Pretty good.
but NBA starting up here in a little bit. I mean, we got preseason going on, but
Yeah.
any thoughts on preseason? Watching any of this?
I will say LeBron looks amazing right now. He looks amazing. In that last preseason game, he just looks and I think it is because of an Olympic year. He's already been in shape. He just looks great. I mean, he had a chase down block that looked like him 6 years ago. Like he has not been moving that well last year. So I am very excited I am very, very excited. Him and Bronny, seeing them on the floor together. I don't think we'll see that very often this year. I think Bronny's going to be in the G League quite a bit, but that was still super cool to see. So
Yeah.
very, very cool.
Yeah. He's gonna have to be up there.
Yeah.
And play.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have to win a game. If they make it to the playoff, they're gonna have to have him there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just gonna have to happen.
Yeah.
So you think I've been seeing a lot of bets, not that we condone betting, but there's a bet out
we can
there.
talk about the odds.
Huh?
We can talk about the odds.
Yeah, there's something about him getting 25 points in one game this year, and people are taking
Bronny.
the odds. Yeah, Bronny.
No,
In one game, any game. You don't think he'll get 25?
I don't. I think it'd be really tough. I think 15 would be tough to see. In the G League, he goes to G League. I think
For sure.
he'll average 20. But yeah, I don't see that happening. It'd be really tough, just because there's so many options on the Lakers now as far as guards.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've got Reeves. That Dalton Connect kid, he is serious. He's serious. And then I mean D'Angelo Russell, and honestly, I think they make a deal for a pretty good guard this year. I could see Trae Young getting dealt midway through the year. So I don't know. Maybe I'm off. I mean, if the odds are good enough, I mean, I could see it being, a chance, but I don't know. That'd be a tough sell.
Even in one game, let's say he gets in there, he's been playing a little bit, he has 10 points, and they're up by 30 or 40, and they're just playing some garbage time, and Bronny's in there.
25 points is just, even at the NBA level with 48 minutes, is insane.
Yeah.
At the college level, 25, even small college level, 25 in a game is ridiculous from a guard position. From a big, you put it in the post, you get enough shots around the rim. It's one thing, but the degree of difficulty from the guard position to be able to shoot it well and to create driving lanes to get there, because he is undersized. He's not that big. I don't ever see him being a high volume scorer. I think he'll be a lockdown defender. I could see him being like a Drew Holiday.
Okay.
I think that's what he'll be, which a very good player. I think he'll be a good player. I really do. He's got good handle. He's a little bit timid right now, which is, he's a rookie. He's young and he didn't get to play much last year, so he's going to need some time. But I just don't ever see him being a big scorer. I hope I'm wrong. That'd be awesome, because I'll have a new guy to root for when LeBron retires. But I don't ever see him being a big time scorer.
I'm going to take the odds. I think he'll get 25.
I would love that. We'll talk about it. But yeah,
if it happens, this will back
remember
to
this.
this moment.
Remember this. Yeah.
The biggest Bron supporter over here doesn't believe
I'll admit
in the
I'm
sun.
wrong. I'll admit I'm wrong.
I think they're just a game where they're just a bunch of garbage time.
I would love that.
And Bronny just playing the whole second half, basically.
I think 20 would be a little bit more reasonable. 25, man, that's tough. That is tough.
He's getting.
Maybe I'm wrong.
What would you need to average each quarter? 25.
25, 6? You need about 6 or 7 again. 6 or 7 per quarter. But if you're talking about garbage time, then you're talking really getting 25 in the second half, because you probably won't get in the game much first half.
Mm-hmm. If you got 10 in the first, 15 in the second.
Yeah. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it, but we'll see.
Anyway, well, we thank you guys for listening today. Had to throw in a little bit of NBA action starting up here.
We can always talk about that. I'm down with it.
That's right. So check us out on Spotify. Check us out here on YouTube. Any social media platform. Check us out there. You can share our stuff. Follow us if you haven't already. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Get us to 100. That'd be cool.
Yep.
But anyway, we appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you guys next week. So we'll see you.
Thank you all.